Bienvenue à tous. It's time for our international press review today with Richard Thompson. Richard, where would you like to start?
Well, we'll start here in France, and you may be interested to know that Friday has been declared a Sarkozy-free day in the French media. This by a small organisation calling itself the Group for Democracy in Television, a response to the sort of perceived omnipresence of Sarkozy in the French press and television. But as you can see from these front pages, no one's really taken much notice of it today. Sarkozy touting his reform agenda on French television last night. The headline there in Le Figaro, the end of the 35-hour straitjacket, one of the centerpieces of his reform program. But the main business of today is the environment, with the Bali Climate Change Conference coming up in just a couple of days. And our first story is from the Bangkok Post, which reports that some delegates were already generating quite a bit of hot air before the meetings even begun. The carbon footprint substantial, according to this article. It says more than 10,000 people are jetting in for the event, which it calls one of the most concentrated earth-warming events in recent history. I mean, you think about the air conditioning, the barbecues, and of course all that jet fuel being burned up. It's not surprising that some 650 kilos of CO2 are expected to be generated. That, according to...
It's a fair point, but did they kind of recommend any other way that they could get there? Did they say they should get there on bike or hot air balloon or, you know...
Well, no, it doesn't. It's just pointing the finger, this article.
Yeah.
There have to be alternatives. But,
interesting points. What's next?
Well, we're used to hearing about how the US and China are such big global polluters. But one country which is giving them a run for their money is Malaysia, according to a story in the Philippine Daily Inquirer. It says that Malaysia is becoming one of the world's top polluters. According to the UN, its emissions have increased by 221% since 1990, so quite a leap there. This due to the rapid transformation in Malaysia from an agricultural economy to an industrialised one in the last 4 decades or so.
Economic advancement equals pollution. That seems to be the equation, doesn't it?
Indeed, indeed.
Sadly.
Yes, and still in an environmental vein, my favourite story of the day. Are you a Midnight Oil fan?
Midnight Oil, this is the seminal Australian rock band of the 80s?
That's it, exactly. And I'm talking, of course, about the appointment of the former lead singer, Peter Garrett, as Australian Environment Minister by the new Aussie Prime Minister-elect Kevin Rudd. Now,
what was their hit? Beds Are Burning, was that it?
That was the big hit, yeah.
Can you sing it for us? Oh, no. Carry on.
Yeah, let's not go there. So Garrett, obviously, an unconventional choice as Environment Minister, but he has been a campaigner for many years for the environment, as we can see in an article in The Guardian, which does feature a rather fetching photo of Garrett, still looking like a rocker in his glasses, in spite of his new role. Since he disbanded the group, he's had a meteoric rise through the ranks of the Australian Labor Party, but the problem of course now is that he's a bit of an easy target for some of his opponents. The article says, who are asking him to.
He's got the style. He's got to bring the substance to it.
Well,
that's
exactly.
What it's about now.
And some of his critics are saying,
But think about it. What next? You could have Johnny Hallyday as Interior Minister in France. You could have Bono as President of Ireland. You could have.
Well, yeah, the possibilities are endless.
They're endless, aren't they?
But he's got those lyrics to live up to, those feisty lyrics.
Richard, thank you very much. This has been our international press review. Thank you for watching. Stay with France 24.